Hi everybody, this is Tracy from Northeast Tarot and welcome to your weekly tarot forecast. Before I get started with the reading, I just want to take a second and thank all of my subscribers. Thank you guys so very much. Thank you for all of your likes, your shares, and your comments. If you do not subscribe to my channel, please do, because I do actually upload weekly and monthly tarot forecast. And if you are interested in additional guidance aside from the weekly and monthly tarot forecast that I offer here on my channel, please head over to either Facebook or Instagram and follow me there, because I do actually draw and upload a daily oracle guidance card every single day. And of course, if you are interested in receiving a private reading from me, please head over to northeasttarot.com and read about how I offer my private readings. Please be sure to watch your sun, your moon, and your rising sign for these general tarot forecasts to get the most insight. If you do not know what your sun, moon, or rising signs are, I do actually have listed below in the description bar a website that can calculate that for you for free. So again, I just want to thank you all for your support. Stay tuned for the reading. Hi Scorpio, this is Tracy from Northeast Tarot and welcome to your weekly tarot forecast for the week of March 6th through the 12th. This is for Scorpio Sun, Scorpio Moon, and Scorpio Rising signs. All right, very interesting. So at the bottom of the deck, I have the Knight of Cups. All right, so the Knight of Cups, because I have the Knight of Cups here at the bottom of the deck, and then I also have the Six of Cups here on the spread, Scorpio, for some of you, you definitely are going to be hearing from someone from your past. With the Knight of Cups, it's someone normally that you already know. With the Six of Cups, this could be like an ex-lover, an old friend, but there definitely could be someone popping back up this week, potentially an Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. For some of you, it could be a Sagittarius, Leo, or Aries, and then for a very small number of you, it could be another water sign person, so maybe another Scorpio, a Cancer, or Pisces. So then for some other Scorpios, this Knight of Cups can absolutely represent an offer, news, or information that is coming through. So because we have the Five of Cups as the overall energy, I think that, you know, quite possibly some of you are actually waiting on news, you're waiting on an offer, you're waiting on information, and that could be why we have this Five of Cups. This is a more pessimistic energy. It can be someone focusing on what is going wrong, or someone focusing on what's taking a long time to manifest. I think that some of you are a little bit more pessimistic this week. And then for some other Scorpios, this can be a very doubtful energy. This can be, you know, for some of you, you're maybe having some sort of regrets here. There could be, again, someone from your past coming back. This could be an ex for some of you. And so maybe when you see this person, you know, you might want to get back together or something like that. This could be you having regrets that maybe you ever let this person go. It could be something like that for some of you. Now, I did pull an additional clarifying card, and we actually have the Page of Cups. So for some of you, it could be hearing news. There could be news coming through. Again, this could be on the romantic front, but this also might have something to do with family matters. It could have something to do with a child. You know, for some Scorpios, I feel like you might have been trying to either start a family, or you might have been trying to expand your family, and maybe you've been having some difficulties for a very small number of you. But you need to remain positive, because change is absolutely coming up. We're starting out with the Wheel of Fortune. So this is the wheel turning for you. For some of you, I feel like it's the wheel starting to turn. So this is a very blessed, fortunate energy. A cycle is completing, a new cycle is beginning. You actually have a couple of tens here. So I think that for some of you, it's a family matter. With the Wheel of Fortune diagonal with the Ten of Pentacles, for some of you, this is a family matter. For other Scorpios, this is maybe a relationship matter, but things are about to change. So This is a very blessed, fortunate energy. The Wheel of Fortune represents karma and destiny and things taking place at the precise moment that they're meant to happen. So this can be something fated that's taking place. I feel like news is coming in. It's actually for those of you that were feeling challenged or feeling down and out, or having some regrets, or even looking at a situation from a very pessimistic standpoint. I feel like this wheel is turning for you, and you're actually going to become more optimistic, more hopeful. And I think there's some sort of news or communication or information. For some of you, it's an offer that's coming through, and it's going to definitely lift your spirits, especially for those of you that were feeling challenged or down and out, or maybe even just went through some sort of loss. Something is going to happen though, and it's definitely something incredibly positive. This wheel is turning in your favor, and for some of you, this is your energy. The Queen of Wands is incredibly passionate, fiery, optimistic. So for some of you, I feel like this is you more enthusiastic, more passionate, definitely more optimistic, more fiery. When it comes to maybe moving forward with your life in some way, moving down a new path, this is what I think you want with the Fool here. You're ready to start something new. You're ready to take some sort of risk or leap of faith. And this could be honestly something that you want to happen very quickly. With the Knight of Swords, you might want to charge down this new path extremely quickly here. With this energy, I have the Knight of Swords literally charging directly towards the Fool here. There's something you're ready for. There's something that you're passionate about. There's something that you want. For some of you, it could be getting back into a relationship with someone. It could be something like that. But I do think that you need to get grounded. You need to be practical. Definitely, if you can, take your emotions out of this situation. For some of you, I feel like it might be a little bit more of an emotional week. And then we do have the Four of Wands here. Underneath the Wheel of Fortune, we actually have the Four of Wands sitting with the Ten of Pentacles. So this is really good. I see many of you maybe moving down this new path, but moving towards bringing in more financial stability, more security into your life in some way. With the Ten of Pentacles, there certainly could be some Scorpios that maybe you're establishing yourself financially. You could be creating a name for yourself. For some of you, if you're starting a business, or maybe you've landed a new job here, this potentially could be a place that you're going to work at for many years to come. There certainly could be some Scorpios that you're moving to a new home, and the same thing goes. You could be living at this place for many years to come. You're actually moving towards a great deal of financial stability and security. And this is your family, just incredibly happy. You could be celebrating something with your family. You guys could be moving to a new home. You could have landed a new job, or your business could be taking off, and maybe you and your family are going to be celebrating that this week. For other Scorpios, there could be a Leo, a Sagittarius, or Aries person around you that's quite significant. This could be your spouse, this could be your friend, this could be your business partner. But there could be this fire sign energy or person that's quite significant. Now, the only real caution I have for you, other than this Five of Cups, which can be a more pessimistic sort of energy, is we have the Three of Swords here with the Knight of Swords. I'm just seeing what I get here. So potentially you, Scorpio, there could be a very small number of Scorpios that you are maybe involved in a situation involving three people. This could be a business matter. It could be a family situation. And for a very small number of you, it also could be on the romantic front. This could be a love triangle. Potentially we have this fire sign energy, but then we also have this air sign energy. But I think that for some of you, for those Scorpios that have been going through some difficulties, You might have even experienced some sort of loss. I do see closure coming in for you. So for some of you, I think that you're actually moving away from this more difficult energy, moving away from this heartache, this pain, this sadness. I think that you're charging away from this energy here. You're moving towards closure with the Six of Cups here. This could be you receiving some sort of closure when it comes to a past matter. Again, for those of you that have been trying to expand your family or trying to start a family and you've been having some difficulties or maybe even experience some sort of loss, I think that you're moving towards your luck changing with the Wheel of Fortune here. You can see how the Knight of Swords, this is a very hasty night. So you're charging towards something new. It's going to require some sort of risk or leap of faith. But this is definitely new beginnings coming through for you, Scorpio. So again, there could be some sort of news that comes through and it inspires you or it lifts your spirits. I do think it's going to be a great week for you emotionally. I think it just might be a little bit more of an emotional week, but for the majority of you, you know, it's going to be a good week emotionally, and then financially definitely is going to be a good week. See a lot of you moving towards really establishing yourself financially or having that financial stability. I do think it's going to be an amazing week for many of you. You could be spending a lot of time with your friends, with your family. You certainly could be celebrating something. I'm just seeing what else I'm getting here, Scorpio. Additional guidance for Scorpio for this upcoming week. For a very small number of you, you might have been trying to go back to school, but you might have been experiencing some sort of difficulties with doing that. Again, you could be receiving some good news in regards to that this week. All right, additional guidance for Scorpio. What else does Scorpio need to know? Please show me. Here we go. Okay, so I have a couple of cards that came out here. So the first card we have is Grace and Antoinette. To help heal this situation, see the other person's point of view with compassion. So I'm definitely getting a family matter. I'm getting that the strongest, but this also could be a friendship. So don't add any fuel to any fires. There could be a misunderstanding this week, or, you know, for some of you, maybe you're going to be healing from some sort of misunderstanding or argument that you could have had in the past. That could be why we have this Five of Cups here for some of you. And maybe perhaps you need to see things from the other person's point of view, Scorpio. And then we also have Celeste. A happy move to a new home or place of employment is in the works. This movement will usher in positive new energy. Very nice. So for some of you, you're definitely moving to a new home. Like I mentioned earlier, your business could be taking off. You could be landing a job that maybe you're going to work at for many years to come, but you're moving towards this financial stability. Okay, so this is a beautiful confirmation. Okay, Scorpio, so I do hope that you found this reading helpful, and I do wish you a wonderful week. Take care.